Hey, Warren, come dance with me.
Dad, hurry up! I want to say goodbye to you before I leave. How much time do you really think he has? I want my fucking life back.
Well, good morning, Mr. Moore.
You know, you've got it made here, and it's still not enough for you.
I just love you, and I'm gonna really miss you.
We all knew this was coming soon.
I'm not sure who that guy is, though, in our place.
Your black hair. Your pretty face.
What is going on?
Ma'am.
Warren!
I need you to calm down.
Warren!
Not bad for an old man.
Don't worry, Jonathan. I'm not gonna hurt you. I know you. The president of the company?
Nah, the president of the United States, man.
Okay. Have you told anyone else this information?
No, just you.
Good. Thought you never shut the fuck up. How much time do you really think he has? I want my fucking life back.
Oh, Kelly, he's really not that much of a problem. Besides, you'd be cranky too if you were in his position.
Whatever, Linda. Hey, I left an envelope with some cash for his fucking wine and whatever else. See you in 2 weeks.
Welcome. Hello, everybody. This is Strange Films Live coming at you. This is my name is August. I'm the director of Strange Films, and I am joined with my lovely guest, Tara Beavers. Hello, Tara. How are you?
Hi, good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. No, it's a pleasure. I've talked about having you on since probably the first live show, so I'm glad to finally have you on the show. What you guys just watched was first the Raven trailer, which was a film that me and Tara just worked on recently in the last 6-7 months ago, and a little bit of a short. I cut the reel in half just for time purposes, but a little bit of a clips of Tara's work in some film, independent film outside of Raven. So we're super happy to have you on the show, Tara. I know you are extremely busy as well as talented and have done so many different things, and we're going to talk all about it tonight. But thank you for coming on. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a good time. It looks like we've already got some people hanging out with us. So we've got Frank Aguilar in Cinemascare Studios, which is David Brandon. So he says, hey, everyone, nice to meet you, Tara. And Frank, he says, head of the week is Mike Pekin. Yeah, there seems to be a if you're part of our Strange Films family page, then you know we kind of rag on each other quite a bit. But Mike seems to be the one that him and Frank tend to do. All right, Tara, so we're going to dive right into it because we've got a lot to talk about tonight. But what I really want to talk about for people who are not familiar with you, obviously you work in a lot of independent films, shorts, features or anything, television. We want to dive into a little bit some of those topics as well. But let's start in the beginning. For people who don't know you, let's start with maybe your origin story of just kind of how you came to acting and what fuels your passion and kind of how you got started with all of it.
Well, it was actually back in middle school. I did a play called A Midsummer Night's Dream. I played Hermia. And when I did that, it just, like, I'm normally a shy person. So by doing that, it really opened me up. And I really enjoyed it. And everybody just couldn't believe that shy girl was on stage performing. And I said to myself, I really want to do this, for a living. And so my parents were taking me up to New York, and I did a lot of casting calls up there. And then 9/11 happened, and it was kind of put on hold for a while. And then I just kind of got back into it again in 2019. I saw the mayor of Easttown was casting us with Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
And they were looking for a background, and I got on that show. I did several days on that show. I also did Dispatches from Elsewhere, That was on AMC, and I was actually featured on that. You could see me on the TV. I was like so excited.
Sure.
And so I started doing background for a little bit. I did M. Night Shyamalan's Servant. I was a featured cult member on that. And I said to myself, I think I want to really get into this more. So I started taking acting classes and learning how to act, basically. And I've been taking classes for 2 years. And I started doing student films and, the independent circuit, all the, short films, independent films. And it just sort of took off from there. And that's where we are today.
And here we are. Yeah. I didn't realize it was only since like 2019 that you just now kind of started really getting back into acting and everything. It seems, you've been doing it for a lot longer than that. So that's pretty awesome to hear. And Mayor of Easttown, I binge watched that as soon as it came out. So, I mean, I don't know, I don't know how big of an extra you were in the background or anything, but that's cool to know that you actually were a part of it in some capacity. So that's super cool. Mare of Easttown, Strange Films. Well, Dad's probably on my Strange Films account there. We love Mare of Easttown. Yeah, we did too. It was really, really good. I mean, yeah. So Servant and Mare of Easttown and independent film circuits and everything too. So that's really cool. Let's dive into some of those. So some of those past projects that that you just talked about and that you've currently experienced before we dive into some of the future projects, as well as I really want to talk about acting and auditions and stuff like that too. So you've done a number of different projects. Like you said Servant with M. Night Shyamalan, which is an experience itself. How was that? Just kind of top of your head.
That was an experience, let me tell you. I got there and I had a fitting for, wardrobe fitting. And then when I showed up on the day of filming, there was no clothes for me. And nobody understood why there was no clothes. And then they came out I guess they were a little nervous and they were like, well, I thought somebody talked to you about this. I said, no. They're like, oh, you're going to be one of the naked people.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, don't worry, you're going to have, like a blanket over you. So that's why there was no outfit. But then they put me in a room with a naked guy who I never met before. And he had to whip himself in the scene. So it was definitely an experience, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And I mean, we were in a barn, like an old farmhouse with an old dilapidated barn, and they had the hay and the straw, and we had little crosses, and they had this big cross that they made because we're a cult, and part of being in the cult is, you have to, whip yourself, I guess. And I don't know, it was really freaky. It was, I was like so scared. I'm sitting there like, oh my God. But they actually showed me, you can see me sitting there in the series. It's on Apple TV Plus in season 2, episode 2. So you'll have to check that out.
Sure.
But it was a lot of fun.
Cool. You heard it here, guys. If season 2, episode 2 of Servant, Tara is a background extra there. I haven't seen the show myself, but I wanted to watch it because I'm a big fan of M. Night. We talked about that a few episodes back, and you were commenting on it as well. Philly native as well, so I'm a big fan of anything he does. But I haven't gotten to watch it just mainly because I don't have Apple TV or whatever. But that's cool. That's cool. So let's talk about some other projects. So you mainly do, I'd say, probably independent film, correct? So I have notes here. Let's see. We've got Broken, Room Service, and we've got Raven, which we'll talk a little bit briefly because we worked together on Raven. But tell me your experiences working with the independent film circuit. Some of those other films that you've done.
I've actually really enjoyed it. I've met so many people with doing this. It's really, it's just taken off. So many friends, everybody knows everybody, and everybody's worked with everybody in the Philadelphia area. So I really have enjoyed the networking aspect of this. And I mean, I actually did Broken. We filmed that, I think it was November last year. And that just, I think, recently came out this past winter. that we filmed that in about a month, couple days here and there every week, and that was yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. That was an experience. I had to be a character who had like split personality, and she wasn't well mentally because of the abuse that she went through with her father. So we really touched on that, what it can be like, toxic masculinity and, sexual abuse, from a family member, and how it can mess up, a person. So we really touched on the mental health aspect. It was definitely a challenge for me. It was a challenge to try to, you know, tap into that, but no, I did it, and that can be viewed on Amazon Prime. So that's where that one is. Let's see, Room Service. I did that one with Spectrum Films. That was a lot of fun to do that one. We filmed that one in January, and he had that out in a week. So
Wow.
it didn't take long at all to put that one together. It was James Williams, Damon Carter of Spectrum Films, and
Cool.
that came out really fast. And I had a lot of fun on that. My
So
co-star,
you guys
Tony Bim.
shot it. You guys shot it, and then he edited it and whipped it out like within a week.
Yeah, within a week.
Wow, that's pretty intense. I mean, I know in our experience, I'm a pretty, I'm pretty low budget or no, one man crew a lot of times, and I whip something out real fast. But doing it in a week that's pretty intense too. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he did a great job with that. And the reviews, everybody watches it and they watch it again and again because it's that good. So, and
Right on.
it's won a bunch of awards so far in the festival circuit. So yeah, I think it's doing good. So you'll have to watch that. That one can be viewed on YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah.
So yeah, there you have it, guys. I mean, you got Tara Beavers all over the place between Apple and Amazon Prime and YouTube, obviously. So you can check out Room Service, you can check out Broken Servant, and then let's talk about a little bit just about Raven. Raven, our latest Strange Films production that we made a few months ago, and I just want to know, because I'm always curious working with new actors. This is the first time me and you work together. I always feel like when you come on set, it looks like pure chaos because it looks like I have nothing. I have no no idea what I'm doing, and half the time I don't know what I'm doing. But how was your experience coming on set and hanging out with us for the day and shooting some of those scenes and obviously the end result of everything that's happened with Raven since?
I enjoyed it. I never met any of you in person, I guess. So I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, hi," everybody I met that day. I've never worked with any of you before, even Ray and Eileen. So it was definitely it was nice. We all sat there. We went over our lines together. Everybody was very welcoming. I even took some time to get into character, and I was doing my meditation and my exercises, and I think your sound guy was like, "Oh, you're really getting into it," like ignoring everybody. I was doing all kinds of stretches and stuff. But no, I mean, I enjoyed playing that character. I mean, she was a real bitch. I just
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah. So spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen Raven, but obviously, so at the end of the film, your dad in the film, which is Ray Bolden, ends up, the authorities realize he's the Raven Hair Strangler. He kills himself at the end and everything. What do you think your character, as bitchy as she was, in the film, what do you think? How would she react to realizing her father was this mass serial killer and everything like that, and all that drama went down at the house when you got back?
Gosh, I don't know, if she might be a little shocked about it, because I mean, he never really stood up to her. But then again, I don't know. There's some crazy in that family. So I mean, she might be a serial killer too, for all we know. I
Right,
mean, but no, I mean, yeah, I think she's just happy that he's dead. Finally, she's
Yeah.
rid of him, right?
Yeah, right. Me and
Oh,
me and
man.
me and Frank played around with the idea of what your character would do in the aftermath of of finding out what happened and everything. But I always wondered, what you thought, because yeah, I mean, your character is such like a bitch in the film, but it's played so well and everything. But yeah, I was like, I wonder if she's like just like, oh my gosh, like I knew it, or like something like that or whatever. So it just I just thought that would be fun to ask you. But we're
Yeah,
so
she's probably
happy.
just happy he's gone. She's like, oh, thank God I'm
Yeah,
rid of him, right?
right. Be done with Linda and Ray and
I
Dad
know.
and everything. Just out, this is my house now. Get out, whatever. But no, that's cool. We were really super thankful and excited to work with you. It was a blast, and as quick as the day went by, I mean, it was a really great experience. So we were happy to work with you, Tara. Um,
Thank you.
Oh, of course. So let's move on. We're going to go ahead and dive into the next segment of our show, and then we're going to talk about a little bit more about some of your acting and auditions later on, and then some upcoming stuff you've got going on as well. But first, let's give a shout out to some people in the chats. Let's give a shout out to our Strange Films family, because obviously they're always the one that's supporting us and hanging out with us. We got Alan Braswell in the house. He says it's happening. I'm not sure if that's an M Night reference there, but Alan, we appreciate you coming hanging out with us. Cinescares, obviously, he is in the building. He has great films and stories. Talking about M Night there. Sean Abel's in the house. The Mind Bender. I think we were talking about Servant at the time when that came up. Frank says room service was good. We've got lots of fans, Tara. You got lots of fans, of course. Me and Dad are big fans of you. Paul, explain toxic masculinity. We're not going to do that on the show here. Pat Hurst, hi. So I'm not sure who Pat is. Maybe you do, Tara, but Pat is in the house. And Blake Best, love the show. I would love to work with you, Tara. Oh, Blake Best is awesome. We had him recently on the show, and we're going to be working together here soon. Blake is an awesome individual as well as an actor and everything too. So maybe we can link up one of the big goals that me and Frank have currently is getting our northern actors and our southern actors together and having a big collaboration. So you never know. And then
so.
Sun
That'd
Gaming.
be fun.
Hi, Dada. I'm not sure who that is, but all right, sounds good. All right, Tara. This is part of the show where we are doing the game, Take It or Leave It, and basically the rules are I'm going to ask you 10 questions. 5 of them are going to be related to movies, essentially anything in your field, and then the other 5 are going to be completely random. All you got to do is tell me if you take or leave it and why, and I'm going to answer them too. And then everybody in the chat, if you are watching and want to hang out, let us know if you take them or leave them. Okay, so are you ready, Tara?
Yes.
All right, number 1, take it or leave it. Netflix.
Take it.
Take it.
Yes. I mean, they have a lot of good stuff. I mean, I watch everything. I watch everything on Netflix. I watch, Bridgerton. I don't know what's on Netflix. It's Stranger Things is on Netflix.
Stranger Things,
right?
yeah.
Yes, I watched that. I don't know. I watched
the last season finale is coming out Friday. I can't wait.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, no, they have everything. So yeah, definitely take it.
Right.
Except I hear they're gonna start putting ads or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna suck. Gonna suck.
That is gonna suck. I'm gonna go ahead and take it too, but I do have a love-hate relationship with Netflix these days, just because. Well, first of all, I'm really big into like HBO Max right now. I love HBO Max. I think they're doing a really good job. I'm really into Hulu also. I think Hulu has a lot of great content, and I like the reality TV side of Hulu as well. But Netflix, I want to say like Netflix is like my bae because I've had her since like 2010. But Netflix consistently raises the prices every year.
Yes.
We're like you said, there's going to be some ads and stuff coming through. They're going to start implementing the password, sharing and all that stuff too. But one thing I've been having a really bad issue with lately is just because every time I like, and I don't know if it's just like a glitch or whatever, but I swear like maybe half the time I try to launch Netflix, it crashes on me and it just doesn't let me watch anything. It keeps me right off. And I've got Roku TV, so I'm not sure if it's just my Roku TV or what. But I just think like I love a lot of their content. I really do. They're all their original content, especially Stranger Things and like Ozark and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. Sometimes I really question if I want to just cancel it. And I got so many other streaming platforms. It's ridiculous. I don't have cable TV. I rely on my streaming. But for now, I'll take Netflix. sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Good deal. And then Sean says, once they add commercials, you can leave it. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that's going to be a big game changer. But this,
I
at the
think
same
so.
time, Hulu has got ads if you don't
They
have
have
like.
the ads. They have the
And I
ads. It gets annoying though. I have all of them, but I don't like the ads. I
no,
don't know.
I don't either. But I will say sometimes when I watch when I watch Hulu and the ad pops up, I'm like, oh, this is like cable TV, and it kind of reminds me of like the old days of watching cable. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's okay. I can get up and use the bathroom or get something
Yeah.
to eat or whatever. And I'm like, but I prefer not to have them.
Yeah.
Alan, would you take or leave the movie Kafka? I'm not sure what that is. I'm not. Have you heard of that movie, Tara?
No, I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Yeah,
I'd have
we
to look
haven't
into
seen
that.
that, Alan. Let us know. Let us know what you think. We'll look into it. You spend more time searching and watching. Absolutely, I agree with you on that, Sean.
Yes.
I
Yes.
agree with you on that. Good deal. All right, number 2, take it or leave it. Waffle House. Do you know what Waffle House is? Because I was kind of questioning this one.
Is that something you have down south?
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I
Literally, we
thought.
have that up here.
All right, I figured because I put this down and then I was like, you know what? I don't know if they have it up north. It's
I
like,
don't think we do. I don't
Waffle All right, so a Waffle House is kind of imagine like an IHOP, right? But it's like not as classy, but even though IHOP's not classy,
Yeah.
and it's open 24/7. And imagine like going out drinking until like 2 in the morning, and then going to Waffle House and just smashing some like $10 all-star breakfast meals, waffles and sausage or bacon, eggs and hash browns and everything.
Um,
It's
I
not the classiest place, but if you like diners and if you like breakfast, I grew up loving Waffle House and stuff like that. So, what's your thoughts on diners and well, maybe something like that?
leave it.
Leave it. There we go.
I don't do diners. No.
No, okay.
No.
So it's a southern thing. I should do
Yeah.
more research next time. I
Um,
really, I legitimately told myself I was like, I don't think they have Waffle House up there. It's
No.
like,
But my like a lot of my family is from Georgia, so I've been to places like I think it's called the Piggly Wiggly. Do you
oh
have
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was there, and then they had like a grocery market called the Pig, or if that's the same thing, I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. They have a lot of neat places to eat down there, but I don't know. It's not for me.
Right. Okay. So Piggly Wiggly is I guess like it's a grocery store. There's
Okay,
only
and like
like a couple left here and I mean like within like an hour range of where I'm at. I mean there's really not a lot left. And excuse me, and I only see them every once in a while, but I've never really shopped in them, but I do know like it's a weird like southern charm here for some reason. But yeah, no, there's a lot of there's a lot of southern charms, I would say, but Waffle House is one of them. And if you talk to any person who lives in the southeast or southern region, they'll probably love Waffle House. Just like Sim Studio says, Waffle House is my favorite restaurant. I take it any day. So because I would take it so much. Yeah, I would take Waffle House just because I do love the greasy stuff. Frank says, I would never live in the South. Yeah, I know. We've talked about that plenty of times. All right. Number 3, take it or leave it. Improv acting. So,
improv.
yeah. So, do you prefer just like reading scripts and studying them, or do you care to get loosey goosey and just improv?
That's kind of half and half. Improv sometimes makes me nervous because you're not prepared and you have to just wing it. Whatever comes out, comes out. But I think I do pretty decent with the improv when I have to do it. So, I mean, I guess I'd take it. Yeah. But I think I need a little bit more improv and comedy training. I definitely have to get a little bit more. I'm more like dramatic, drama and stuff like that. So
I can, yeah. I can sense that. And actually, that was one of my questions I meant to ask you earlier. It seems like some of the, especially in the reel we just showed earlier, you've got a lot of these intense like roles, whether it's like horror, thriller, drama, anything like that. Is that something like you prefer and kind of favor in your acting style, or do you kind of don't really care what you're given? You just like to have fun?
I try to go out more for the drama. If I'm offered comedy, of course, I'll do that. But I think my strong suit is drama.
Yeah.
It's difficult to do comedy. I mean, you really have to be trained and know what you're doing, or just be a funny person to begin with. Some people can't do comedy, to be honest. But it's something that I hope I can learn better,
Yeah.
try it out more. I did do a comedy. It was called Fighting with Neighbors. I don't know if anybody's seen that. That
I
is
think I saw,
available
like,
on YouTube.
Okay. I'll have to go
So,
back and check that out. I'm pretty sure I
yeah.
saw like a post about it.
But I don't know how I did in that, but it was a lot of fun. We had fun. But yeah, I prefer drama.
Comedy is a tough gig. It is like, I mean, my brother is probably the one person I trust to just, let loose and be funny. Like he like specializes in improv acting. So anytime we get together, I don't even give him a script just because I know he can just say things left and right. That's funny. But comedy, like even like I want to write a really good comedy, but writing comedy is super hard too. You like because everybody has their own interpretation of comedy, who thinks what's funny or whatever it is, and you might think something's funny, but the other person doesn't. So it is tough. I can only imagine as far as the acting side of it,
Mhm. Yeah.
intimidated by that role. So
Yeah.
improv acting is not easy. I think you mean you can be on the fly and it can work out, but you got to have that charm, I think, to it. So
Yeah, definitely.
for sure. Okay, so let's catch up a couple things here. Paul just wanted to say he used to eat at a Waffle House when I traveled with the University of Nebraska crew. I rode boats all around the Midwest. We used to get unlimited food. Do they still do that? No, they don't. I don't think they do that. You were great in Neighbors, Sean Abel said. And Paul, I always wanted to do comedy. I'm pretty sure Butch is kind of labeled as a comedy, Paul. So there you go. All right, number 4, Tara.
Mhm.
So me and you were talking a little bit before we did the show, and you were telling me a little bit of fun facts about you. And I know you like a lot of different music, and Metallica, I believe, is your favorite band, correct?
Yes,
Uh,
that's true.
which is pretty awesome. But number 4, I want to know, take it or leave it, Blink-182.
Take it.
Take it. Yes. Yes.
I
Do
used
you
to
have
listen to them in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite song from Blink, or do you just like that pop punk kind of sound, or whatever it is? Is just something you favor?
I just like it. I mean, anything really. I mean, you could put it on and listen to it, and it's cool.
Right on.
What about you? What's your favorite song by them?
Oh, well, I don't know. Oh gosh, favorite song, wasn't prepared for that. I have to say Blink is one of my all-time favorites, favorite bands because, well, I grew up listening to them. I fell in love with them pretty early on when I was a kid, and then I grew up listening to them throughout my life, and then I ended up getting a tattoo of their symbol on the back
Oh
of my
wow.
so I have to love them for the rest of my life. But anything off their like Enema of the State album or Untitled album is
Yeah.
pretty much my go-to. And I'm just a huge fan of Tom DeLonge and Mark Hoppus, well, and Travis Barker, but all of them, anything those guys do, even like in their later careers as they're doing different things and stuff like that, I'm just obsessed with it. So, yeah, I'm just a Blink fan for life, and
Yeah.
I have the tattoo to show it. But I
That's
wanted to
great.
ask you just because you were saying you liked alternative, you like rock and 90s,
I
and
like everything. Well,
yeah.
mostly everything.
Simascare says my first concert was Bowling for Soup and Simple Plan. I bet that was an interesting show. Those bands are actually trying to come out with some new material lately. Bowling for Soup came out with a song called Brad Pitt, and the lyrics go, "I want to be Brad Pitt." It's the shit.
That's fun.
All right, number 5. Take it or leave it. And now I asked this because you said you're really not a big sports fan in general, but do you like sports movies? Take it or leave it.
Well, I just watched a sports movie that was really good. It's called Hustle with
Yes.
Adam Sandler, and a lot of my friends were on the show or in
Cool.
the movie. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'd take it. I've watched sports movies before, and that movie was really, really good.
It's good.
Like,
Yeah.
it was really good. I think he should be up for an award for that. I really
Well,
think he did an amazing job.
if he
So,
didn't get an award for oh man, what was the movie he just did like 2 years ago? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking now. But he was, it was such a super dramatic role. But
mhm.
Adam Sandler does such a great job in dramatic roles, and he
Yeah,
doesn't get credit for it, and like
no.
um if anyone knows in the comments, I don't know why I'm blanking right now. But yeah, Adam Sandler does such a great job with dramatic roles. Hustle was a really good example of that.
Mhm,
Punch Drunk Love was a really good
mhm,
example of that.
mhm.
Uncut Gems, yes. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Yes, I don't know why I blanked on that because I just watched it like 3 months ago again for the second time. Yes, Frank Aguilar. Thank you guys. Uncut Gems, yes, of course. Uncut Gems was fucking amazing. It was so good. It was so intense, and Adam Sandler does an amazing job in like a dramatic uh
Mhm.
position, and I think
Yeah,
he just doesn't get enough credit for that.
I
And
know.
these comedy movies, obviously we all grew up watching these comedy movies with Adam Sandler and they were a lot of fun, but then Netflix gave him that like 6 movie deal and he just kind of like started putting out some really bad stuff too. Um, but
No,
but yeah, no,
I love him. I love him.
yeah,
I've watched him my whole life, all of his
mm,
stuff. I mean, Billy Madison was like my
mhm,
favorite when I was young. So,
for sure.
yeah.
Big Daddy was always one of my favorite movies. And Happy Gilmore and everything too. So, but yeah, I love Adam Sandler. Hustle is really good. I'm not a sports fan at all, to be honest. Like, I don't mind, watching it in party favors, whatever. But like, I like sports movies. I think they're inspiring and fun and interesting and stuff like that. So, I would definitely agree with you on that. Hustle, is right up in there. Let's see. Paul says they were filming Hustle when we were doing the alley scene. Yeah, they filmed. Yeah, obviously it was all in Philadelphia too, which is really cool. With Hustle. So, let me one more thing. So, August, do you still like that guy now? He's dating the Kardashian, Travis Barker. He's talking about Frank. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. It's like there's a lot more publicity with Travis now, which is and he likes to make out a lot, which is it's not really the best. I don't want to see that all the time. I'd rather watch him make music and stuff. But no, he's all right. Travis is always in my book. All right, number 6, Tara, take it or leave it. Malls, like going to a mall these days.
A shopping mall.
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, I grew up with that. I used to work at a mall, but
Okay.
nowadays, probably leave it. I mean, you could order everything on Amazon and it's here
There you
in 2 days. And yeah, I mean, I guess I like malls for trying on clothes. It was always fun to go and try on clothes, but now you can't try on clothes because of the pandemic. They don't want you in the dressing rooms. They don't want you putting your germs everywhere. So
go.
at this
Right.
point, I guess, yeah, just stay at home and order it online.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear you. I used to grow up. I was a mall rat being a
Mhm.
kid, and I was there all the time. I haven't been to a mall. I mean, other than like Christmas shopping or whatever for the last few years. And I think if you can order everything online, I'd
Yeah.
prefer not to go to a mall because it's just like super crowded. And I have nothing to do there besides shop or go to a movie theater if that's the case. But I
Mhm.
think another exception to going to a mall would be like if I was traveling and there was like a big like tourist kind of mall, like it was like known for being like the mall of the state or the
Yeah.
country, something like that.
Yeah.
I think, but otherwise, I'm not too interested in malls these days.
There's no malls even here in Pennsylvania, like where I live.
Really,
They're all shut down. They're all vacant.
really,
Um, oh yeah. And you go in, if the ones that are open, like only a few stores are left, and you're just basically walking around an empty building. So yeah, there's not much going on here.
well,
Because of that.
so I grew up in a town called Kingsport in Tennessee, and it's small town, but this like now like back in the day when I was growing up, the mall was like the big place everyone used to go to, and it was filled with stores and restaurants and all that. But now is like a ghost town. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing there. It's really, really sad. I was talking to my brother on the show here, like the second episode we did or whatever, and he mentioned that too. And it's seriously like a ghost town. It's really sad.
Mhm.
Sean Abel says must take it Cinnabon. I do like Cinnabon. But now I see some in some gas stations and stuff across the interstate and stuff like that. And I don't get them there really, but if it's a nicer gas station, then maybe. Simascare, Easttown Mall, Knoxville. He was a mall right there. That mall is no longer exists here in Knoxville, unfortunately. I want to go to the mall where they shot Dawn of the Dead. Where is that? Do you know? Because that would be pretty cool to go see. And Brick and Mortar is sadly going away of the drive-in movie theater. Well, yes, I guess. Brick and Mortar though it does have All right, number 7, take it or leave Instagram Reels. So, I kind of mentioned this a few times on shows with between like YouTube short stuff. What's your opinion on like short length and Instagram Reels versus like a full length video or even just photo?
I think
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, everybody's doing Instagram Reels now. I probably should get into doing it. I don't know. Probably leave it because I'm just not into all of that. But I need to be. I need to be. You're supposed to constantly put out content and constantly post stuff. I don't know. I'd rather just post a picture or a story or something, but I don't know. Yeah, probably leave it because I'm lazy.
It's hard, I mean, like, I'm still trying to figure, trying to be relevant is probably the best word to with TikTok and Instagram Reels and stuff like that. But like, it's just, I know short length video is kind of like the new trending thing, and like, trying to either make content specifically for that or recut older content to, fit that it's a lot. I'm lazy too, I just
Yeah.
want to post a video or post a photo without thinking about it and not have to worry about like a specific length. I think if I was gonna specifically go for short length video would be, I guess these days would be TikTok, just because I know like that's probably the more trending, platform for that. But yeah, I mean between that, YouTube and Instagram, I mean it's all, in my opinion, it's overrated. I
Yeah.
just wish it wasn't so overrated, wasn't so complicated for people like us who are just trying to still put out good things and,
I
have people.
know, I know. And it's
You know,
all about followers nowadays. They want you to
oh,
have, for
yeah,
an actor, they want you to have all these followers. They want you to be an influencer. I don't know. I'm not that equipped, I guess, to figure all
yeah,
that
I
out.
know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've been doing it for years now, and it's just I get the most traffic on Facebook these days, which is
Yeah.
awesome. I'll do that all day, but yeah, Instagram and TikTok, it's just a whole other beast for me. Sean says reels are for people with no talent, just like TikTok. I don't know, man. There's people who are making a ton more money than I'll ever make doing stuff like that, so they're doing something right. The mall is 6 hours away from me, Frank says. Kelly, yo, hey August, Tara, you're the best. That's what Kelly
Oh,
says.
thank you.
Kelly is a great fan and supporter of Strange Films and everything we're doing. So we appreciate you coming on. You are relevant, and I'm promoting Strange Films on my TikTok. It's been doing great. Next film I promote is Lions Den. We appreciate that. We're almost at 800,000 views with Lions Den.
I saw that. I saw that today. That's great.
Insane. I have no idea how. Well, I do know because India, the country, who apparently
Oh,
went viral over there, it slowed down quite a bit, but we're really thankful for India. All right, number 8, take it or leave it. Deep sea diving. So not scuba diving, but like
oh.
deep sea into the abyss diving.
I've never done that, so that would probably be something neat to do. But I guess I'd be afraid of sharks, uh, jaws, But
I'd literally be afraid of anything.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I mean, I guess you have to try it out. You have to try it out once, right? And if it really sucks, then don't ever do it again.
Right. Okay.
So,
I'm gonna say leave it for me because I would scuba dive all day because I feel like that's a more controlled environment, and
mhm.
you go look at the corals or little
Yeah.
fishes or whatever you want to do. It's it's not that shallow of a water. Deep sea diving, you're talking about going like underwater where it's like black abyss. Just you can't see anything. You gotta have double oxygen tanks and lights and stuff like that. I read some horror stories of deep sea divers going under, and it's
Oh.
scary. I don't know. I don't think I could do it, to be honest. I would go scuba diving all day, but I don't think I could do deep sea
Mhm.
diving. I feel like they haven't explored as much. Well, like it's the same thing with space, but like the ocean, you just don't know what's under there.
Yes.
So
There,
much stuff,
yeah.
you have no idea what's going on down there, and
There's
I
probably
don't.
weird creatures that we've never even heard of yet, God knows.
Part of me is hoping there's like a Godzilla just like chilling in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sean right here. Nope, nope, nope. Watch out for Cthulhu. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything down there I want to be a part of. I would go deep sea fishing, but I don't want to get in the water. That's scary. I've seen Jaws. Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to be part of the natural. Let the ocean just be the ocean. All right, we're almost at the end here. Number 9, take it or leave it. Star Wars.
Take it.
All
I,
right.
I mean, I grew up watching that, so I'm watching it now. I just finished that the new Obi-Wan.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
It was really
it's
good.
funny because sometimes you're watching it and you forget what you know the story, but you forget it. And I'm like, oh my God, is he gonna die? Oh my
Right,
God, what's
yeah.
gonna happen to him? And then you're like, oh wait, that's right. He doesn't die
I like
until.
I like the memes now. They're like, I have the perfect idea for a sequel to Obi-Wan, where it's like where old man Obi-Wan is going to train a older Luke Skywalker and go fight, fight the Death Star. Like that.
Yeah.
It's a new hope, No, I love Star Wars. Obi-Wan was so good. All the new
Mhm.
Disney shows with Star Wars have been great.
Mhm.
There's been some controversial Star Wars movies, I would say. I'm fair to say that. There's not all of them my favorite, but I do love Star Wars, and I just
Mhm.
know some people out there who don't really prefer Star Wars, so that's why I ask.
Yeah.
Hello there, Sean Abel says, yeah. Ewan McGregor is the perfect Obi-Wan. Let's just say that because he did a great job.
He did. Yeah.
And then take it and leave it because I never gotten into it, but Dad loved it, so take it just for that reason. Yes, that's good. That's a good reason to take it, David. All right, number 10, the last one here. Take it or leave it. Video games.
Probably leave it. I was never really big on video games. I had a Sega Genesis.
Okay. Yeah.
I played, I think, Final Fantasy,
There you
and when
go.
I was really little, no, that was on my PlayStation, but
Mhm.
on my Sega, I played Sonic the Hedgehog when I was little, and that's really all a Grand Theft Auto on my PlayStation 2 or whatever. But that's it. Like I never really got into it.
Yeah.
It's more for boys. I don't know.
Yeah. There's all kinds of people who love video games. I love video games. I don't play them nearly as much as I'd like to. I have probably 3 brand new games I still haven't even opened or played just because, well, obviously Augie has been taking up most of my time. But
Yeah.
if I had the luxury of just being able to sit around for a day and play for a few hours, I would absolutely do it because there's still so many games that are being announced and teased or that has come out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to play it so bad. But I'm a huge video game nerd at heart, but these days as I get older, it's harder to play. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The
but no,
the only games I like to play are like I used to watch Jeopardy all the time. So I'd rather just play trivia games and stuff.
there
That's
you go.
probably it.
Right? Yeah, you like board games?
I haven't played them in a long time, but when I did, I enjoyed them. I always liked
Cool.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Oh, Monopoly. That's a test your will there with Monopoly. That's a long game. Let's see. Took me surfing for the first time. Your pop was there for me as well. Sun game. I would take it. I have a PS4 and play Minecraft on it. I never could get into Minecraft. I really tried to. I have a Nintendo Switch, so I play Dead by Daylight and Old School Mario. Old School Mario, you can't go wrong with that. I did want to play Dead by Daylight though. Let's see. Only if they have a golf game on them. Love Wii Golf, Paul says. And my favorite game of all time is Soul Reaver. I never played that one. Kelly, one more thing. You should check out The Quarry. Is that a game or a movie there, Kelly? Sounds good. Tara, thank you so much for playing our Take It or Leave It segment. Was that fun for you? Did you enjoy it?
yeah, it was nice.
It's always an interesting little.
It is interesting.
I'm running out of content to to ask. I'm gonna have to start recycling some topics for my guests here on the show, and it's always hard trying to think of topics for each individual guest because whether I know them or not, I'm just trying to make sure it stays interesting or whatever. Kelly says it's a game, so no, I don't think I haven't played the Corey. I'm assuming Tara hasn't either, so check it out though. All right, Tara. So we're at the end of the last few segments of our show here. Let's go ahead and dive into some of one thing I did want to ask you was your process as far as an actress goes. You say you take a lot of acting classes and you do like auditions regularly and stuff like that. So what's the benefit of doing things like that and kind of being proactive and stuff like that? What's your experience and what would, I guess for maybe upcoming actors, what would you suggest regarding that?
Well, you have to train. You have to take classes all the time. What I've learned in this business is even the Oscar-winning actors and actresses are training. They have a private coach who is coaching them before they get on set. Sometimes the coaches go to set and help them out. They, dialect coaches to do all the different accents. They have their acting coaches. So it is something that you should definitely do, and you should definitely do it your entire career. And whether you do it once a week with a coach or in an acting class or 3 times a week, it's something you should be doing definitely. I've noticed that since I've been training, I feel that I'm growing as an actor. I feel like I'm getting better. I'm learning things from all these different teachers, all these different schools. I try to go everywhere and learn everything. And I feel like it's definitely helped my career. I noticed that with each movie that I've done, I feel that I get better and better. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it if, but it's expensive. You are paying a lot of money for these schools or these courses. So if you can afford it, I would definitely recommend doing that. And auditioning, apply for everything. Actors Access, Backstage, casting networks, Facebook posts, film.org, or whatever you have in your area. Apply on there. Don't just rely on an agent, and network and try to get stuff through people through people you've worked with before, and constantly work. The more you do, the better you're going to be. And yeah, auditions all the time. I had one earlier today. I have to do one when we get off of this. So I'm always trying to just audition daily if I can, and just, keep working at it. So, yeah.
It's solid advice. I mean, and you made a good point where it's like even like Oscar-winning actors and Hollywood professionals are doing the same thing. They're probably getting trained, all the time and everything. And you don't think about that, you think just like, oh, acting is just acting. If you're good, you're good, or you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do. But I think with just about any craft, I mean, it's a matter of practicing and continuing doing it, and you only get better through experience and learning. I know when I film things and direct movies and stuff, like I feel like I learn something every time, and I feel like I get better every film I make. But so that's really good advice there for anybody who is trying to get into acting or maybe hasn't considered doing classes or condition themselves to doing those auditions, if they get anywhere or not with them. So I definitely feel like that's a good thing to mention there. Tara, does it frustrate you to see so many actors or actresses putting in the hard work, then some talentless fluke becomes huge for promoting garbage? Kelly, you asked the interesting questions. I love it.
It is frustrating. It's frustrating that there are people that get famous off of a sex tape. So, and they're like, the biggest thing now, and you look at them and you're like, why? But yeah, I mean, it can be frustrating, but you just have to keep working at it. And it's not about, I mean, of course, everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to make a lot of money. But if you really enjoy acting, just to act, you're going to do it anyway. You're just going to keep doing it because you enjoy doing it. You have fun doing it. But of course, I hope one day, I hope one day to get to Hollywood and be a regular on a show or something. I mean, that would be awesome.
I
But
can
yeah, I mean, I
totally
guess it is
see that.
annoying. These people,
Yeah.
you're like, what? But
Yeah, that's with everything. You gotta just keep doing. If it's passion, it
mhm,
doesn't feel like working in a sense, and
mhm,
the opportunities will present itself over time
mhm.
and everything. I can totally see you being like a regular as far as like a TV show or a string of movies or something like that. So yeah, just keep it up, Tara. We're all proud of you here. So let's dive into the future just a little bit. So what's your plans? What's some future films you got coming up? As far as yeah, what's all that look like for you? I mean, you've mentioned to me a few projects you've got, but I'd like to give you the opportunity to kind of talk about that in your own words.
Okay. Well, I've been working on this one project for a while now because the pandemic shut it down. It's called Bishop's Cove. I'm filming that actually this Friday. I go again. I have a supporting role in that, and that's up in New York. So I'll be going
Cool.
up there to work on that. That one it's like a horror supernatural type of movie. It'll be a feature length film, and I think he's looking to put it on Amazon and get it into festivals. So I'm doing that. I'm also working on It Comes from the Darkness. That's with Dan Williams in Silent Shadow Productions. That's going to be probably almost a feature, probably like 50 minutes. And we're hoping to get that on Amazon and in festivals as well. I am one of the lead roles in that. That's a
Nice.
horror. I play a mom in that, and I have two daughters, and we move into a house, and the house isn't what we expect it to be, and bad things happen. So that's
Nice.
going to be cool. Um, let's see what else. I just got cast in a short film with Ray
Oh,
from
okay. Cool.
yeah, and I can't say much about that, but he's gonna be my dad again, so
Oh, right on. Yeah.
that's gonna be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. And the big thing coming up is the this other production I'm doing with Silent Shadow with Dan, The Curse of Ravencrest, and we are going to be filming that at Penhurst Asylum in the fall. So with that one, I'm going to be acting in it. I'm going to be helping him direct it, and I'm also helping him with casting. So this is the first time I've kind of been able to do so many more roles than just acting. So
Yeah.
it's definitely an experience, and I'm enjoying it so far, and it's exciting, and I really look forward to it. Penhurst is crazy. I don't know. Are you familiar with Penhurst Asylum?
Yeah, that's the asylum. I believe now Dad's on here, so he can confirm with me. But me and Leslie took his wife took a tour there, God, years ago. But we it was really cool. And I love the I mean, it's a perfect location to kind of do something like that for sure. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just waiting for him to confirm on that. But yeah, or maybe it's the penitentiary. I'm not sure if it's just, I don't know. I'm not sure there's two asylums in that. Is it in Philadelphia? Are you talking about the one in Philly?
Um, no, it's in Spring City,
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
okay. No, it's probably not the one I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Oh man.
It was actually they mentioned it on this past season of Stranger Things, but they actually used the name without permission, and what they showed to be Penhurst was not actually Penhurst. They used some other building. So sorry, people, it's not Penhurst.
Okay.
But yeah, Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventurers also did segments there. It's haunted, so it's gonna be
This is
neat.
the one Eastern, that's what Eastern State
Mhm.
Penitentiary, that's the one I'm
Yeah.
talking about. I went there years ago. That's where Al Capone had his
Mhm.
cell there, and that was really cool. It was a really fun tour, great experience
Mhm.
going there. So the one you're talking about, I have not been physically myself, but that, I mean, I saw you make the post about it and everything. And that's a super unique and really fun opportunity for you. So I'm really excited to see what you do with that. That's super
Thank
cool.
you.
Let's see. Sean says Penhurst is former asylum that is widely known for the poor conditions and patient abuse.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're saying it's haunted and stuff like that. I mean, it seems like there's some history there to make it feel like that.
Yeah. I mean, they treated the people poorly there. I mean, they tortured them. You know, they did
Wow.
lobotomies, they pulled their teeth out, they did
Oh my gosh.
electroshock therapy, they put them in like ice baths, you know, anything you could think of, they did because they thought that they were helping these people and they weren't.
Wow.
So it's sad. I had a family member who actually stayed there for a short time, and I know of somebody else who died an accidental death because they weren't watching the person. So
Oh my gosh.
it's terrible. It was terrible what they did there, and they claim it's haunted. So I guess we're gonna find out because
Yeah.
we're gonna be filming at night for 4 nights. We're gonna be there, so we're gonna see. And it's abandoned. There's so many buildings on the property, and they're all abandoned. You know, I mean, it's really creepy. So
Huh.
it's gonna be interesting.
We look forward to the journey with you. That's some exciting and scary, spooky stuff. And guys, just to let you know, I've attached Tara's IMDb page on the link in the video description below, so that way you can always keep up with all of her previous work and future upcoming projects and everything. You have a Facebook page, an actress Facebook page that you guys can follow and like and everything too. So yeah, just keep up with Tara. I mean, she's doing amazing things, and she's gonna continue doing amazing things. So we're all excited for you. All right, good deal. Well, we're getting down to the last little bit of our show with just a couple things left. The only one thing I want to plug in here is just to kind of let everyone know we appreciate you watching tonight. Strange Films Live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't checked us out on Facebook or strangefilmstudios.com, or if you're on the YouTube page, give us a subscribe and give us a like and everything. We do appreciate that. It does help us out a lot. And we love interviewing our guests here and letting them be able to showcase their work and everything like that. It's just a lot of fun. And guys, one thing we did want to say here tonight, just because we're going to announce it tomorrow, but we figured since we're on the Strange Films Live this evening and we only have our Strange Films family mostly watches it, give you guys a sneak peek. We have a new film coming out that we're going to start in our pre-production tomorrow. We're going to post it all on the socials and everything, but I wanted to give ahead and announce it here for you guys. This is between me and David Brandon of Cinemascara Studios that we are going to be working on, and it is called He Comes to Kill. Oh man, I thought the background was going to be well, we're still in the background, but hey, this is our little promo announcement, and it's He Comes to Kill. It's gonna be a slasher film, and we're going to be getting ready to do our casting and locations and all that good stuff here in the Knoxville, Tennessee area locally. So be on the lookout for that on our Facebook page and everything. And if you're in the local area, get at us because we're going to be interested to working with everybody and everybody. All right, Tara, we're at the last part here, and I wanted to just basically ask you if you have any sort of advice for anybody who is an upcoming actor, if you're or in life in general or anything like that. Any last words or promotions you want to plug in for yourself tonight?
Basically just keep working hard at it. It can get frustrating, you know, a lot of auditions and sometimes you don't hear back, you don't hear anything. But just keep plugging away at it, keep working hard, keep training, keep networking, and make your own stuff. Make your own content and put it out there, and just, you know, do the best you can do and have fun. If you're not having fun, then why do it? You know, make sure you're always having fun and enjoying yourself, because if you're not, and find something else that's going to bring you joy, because that's all life is about, is having fun. And you know, you don't have forever, you know, so make sure you're enjoying your life. So
For
yeah.
sure. Me and Blake Bess, one of our last guests on the show, we talked similarly about that, just because it is about finding what makes you happy, I feel like, and just to start with, and kind of what passion drives you and stuff like that, because life's too short and you're gonna have people tell you no and all that stuff, but like just start doing what you love, just start it and work at it, and don't get discouraged by people or things or anything around you. If you truly love it and passionate and it makes you happy, you're gonna find ways to keep progressing and keep moving forward, and opportunities will present itself. I truly believe that. So and it sounds like, I mean, you do that all the time on daily basis, and you've got a lot of really, really fun stuff coming for you, and I can see nothing but more good things coming up for you as well. So
Thank you.
good deal. Okay, that's probably about it though for us. Do you have anything else that you want to plug in for the evening?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
oh, definitely. I do have something coming up also. I can't talk about it, but
okay.
keep an eye out. You might see me on the History Channel.
Ooh, there you go, guys. There you go. Well, like we said, your people who are either watching this now or come back to watching this video, your IMDb page is in the link below. Tara Beavers Actress is a Facebook page you guys can always follow and check out all of her updates. She posts regular updates on everything that's going on. She did a great job promoting the show and everything tonight as well. So yeah, if you're wanting to keep up with Tara, she's on all the socials. She's got an IMDb. You can check her out on Amazon, on Apple, on YouTube. Just check her out. If you haven't seen Raven, our film, if you're familiar with Strange Films, check us out because you can even see Tara in that film as well. So she's everywhere. She's going to keep going places, and we're so excited to follow your career and everything like that. And thank you so much for coming on to the show, Tara. We really do appreciate it. Tim Mascara says it is great meeting you,
Oh,
and Frank says just keep going. Exactly. So.
thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Had a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
fun.
absolutely. Thank you. And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Check us out every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We're going to be coming on with another guest, and we've got lots of fun guests coming up for the month of July. We're super excited to interview them all. Thank you guys very much. We will see you next time. Appreciate you.